All right, there we go. Okay, what truth is being expressed, Taurus? There might be something we are envying. The truth is there's a 20, a judgment call. You are judging someone as having more than you. Here we are holding a plate of pearls and diamonds. Okay, inside this dark cavern, but we are envying what's outside, okay, of us, what we see other people having, which is gold. Okay, but first, to get that gold, we've got to appreciate what we already do have. So this could be the truth is being expressed that maybe you don't like what's going on there in that house for you and you're desiring something else completely. But I feel like this is a pause here. You might be you might just be realizing, oh snap, I was not, I was being too stubborn and I wasn't appreciating what I already have. Okay, I wasn't appreciating what I saw as diamonds and pearls. Why do I want this gold thing so bad? Do I really want that? Can I appreciate my diamonds and pearls that I have here so far? So what desires are being confronted here? What desires are being confronted here for Taurus? What desires are being confronted for Taurus? Okay, there's a chunk here. I'll take note. What does truly make you happy? Yeah, Nine of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Swords. You got something, you got diamonds and pearls here, and you're like, meh. I mean, look at her face. I don't like those things, or that maybe it's been a long slog to get there, and you are just like, I'm over these diamonds and pearls and I want something else. There was the magician there. All four aces of potential, and we just saw two. Okay. Let me get one more big shuffle and then I'm just going to cut. They're going to be stubborn on me here. Envy and Seven of Swords. Are we trying to run away from the fact that we're going on? I'm not saying I don't like my diamonds and pearls. Again, it's going to depend on where Taurus is for you in your chart. Mine is in my 11th house, which would normally house Aquarius. So there is a tower moment. We've been seeing that all week. We have Uranus surprise. We have Uranus and Taurus at the moment. We become capable of full participation and acceptance of community responsibilities. Maybe you've been kind of working your way in your own, on your own for your own diamonds and pearls. And you're like, oh, there's more to be had out there, but I wasn't paying attention because I was coveting something without appreciating what I have. And that causes a tower moment here. Okay. And maybe we're trying to stave off a tower. Maybe we are not really wanting to say what it is we desire. Okay. Or you're running away from manifesting. Feels like a little bit of that Aries energy trickling over of, I don't know. I'm not appreciating what I do have. And by, appreciating or wanting things, guys, you can always look at that and just simply ask, well, why do I want that? Okay. Let's look at the shadow. This is the Carolyn Mace deck of archetypes. Very fascinating. What ancient archetype is Taurus performing here? And what shadow do they need to drop? What ancient archetype is Taurus performing? And what shadow needs dropped? Okay, child wounded. Okay, I did feel that from Aries energy. So keep in mind, guys, as you're going through that zodiacal wheel, if you have your chart handy there or just pulled up on your phone, or if I have one for you and you're accessible to it, those energies will kind of bleed into one another, especially if you have areas that are standing across 2 houses. So 1 energy in 2 houses. Okay. So the archetype we're performing is that we're not wounded, nothing to see here. And let's see, the light attribute awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, and it opens the learning path of forgiveness. Yeah, we're not sure what we want. Maybe nobody ever freaking asked us. Okay, universal we. And what needs to be dropped in order to have that? Blaming. And blaming all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resisting moving on through forgiveness. I told you it was connected. We had that forgiveness card with the child and the rhino in a whole other complete deck. So see how that energy blends. Okay, so we need to drop the blame and stop resisting that forgiveness aspect. Okay, and then envying what everybody else, why can't I have that? Well, what do we have that we appreciate? Okay, let's look at what oops, wrong one. What karmic patterns are falling away? So these are the sandbags that we are dropping off of our rainbow hot air balloon. Okay. I saw a flipper there. There it is. Okay. Inconsistencies. Okay. So, what karmic patterns are falling away? Not being consistent here, maybe even in relationships, again, because it says we're blaming, the other person, or we're blaming our childhood. Accept all for that is worth. We're avoiding these heavy, intense emotions. We'd rather crawl in our cave and not face this tower. We want to run away from having to manifest. We want to run away from these emotions. But because of that wound, because there hasn't been that forgiveness energy yet, these inconsistencies in our own lives, okay, having plenty to be happy about, but then life's still pretty rocky anyway, especially due to relationships. That needs transformed here. And it's really odd for me to sit and say that Taurus isn't consistent, because that's literally what they are. So, maybe it's like I'm just staying in my dark cave, working on my consistency, but what's inconsistent is outside of the cave, the things you can't control. And therefore, we have these tower moments happening. Okay. All righty then. What is the bridge here? What is the bridge to get there to this higher realm? What is the bridge toward our spirituality? What is the bridge? What is the bridge to get where we want to go, to get where we want and what we want? What is the bridge getting there? 3 and 2. If we don't have, oh, no, I see a volunteer right there. Self-care, renewal, focus on the sun. Look at that. Focus on what you are happy with inside of you. This is not material wealth. Okay. What you're seeing is, why is everybody so happy out there? And why do I have all the diamonds and pearls in the world, but I still feel dark? Okay, there's things to be cleaned out and healed here. There is a whole line here between the old and the new, like winter to spring. It's cyclical. Yeah, it's like trying to fight the winter. But see how that entered, there's such a divide, and it feels like the way to get there is to understand that things just change naturally. We got to grow. The cycles, the seasons must change. We've got to deal with these old wounds instead of running from our emotions and just focusing on the coin or on the pentacles. Okay. Everything needs to cycle out. Things have to cycle out. All right. Advice for Taurus, please. And thank you. Okay. That was, oh, look who it is, guys. Clint Bearwood. Our advice for Taurus is a 9 is to cut it out. No. Okay. Take time out. Cut it out. Take time out. It's a 9. And renew yourself. You might have just been working yourself to dang death here, and you're like, wounds? What wounds? Working yourself to death much? There's starfish, and you can regenerate from this. Be open to infinite possibility. That is for Taurus. Thank you so much. Taurus energy in your chart